Okay guys, exceptionally just making short video, I hope short video about one aspect of technical bow string instrument that according to me is never taught, never. It's never taught, you will never find any complete video about it. Sometimes in, I don't know, some master classes online, some maestro or teacher speak a little bit about it, but not only partially, always partially. Never, you will never have a complete understanding of this aspect of technical I think according to me the most important aspect of bowing technique. It is well known, very well known, that there are three main parameters in bowing technique, and we have to deal with these three parameters. First is what they call the contact point on the string, so the place on the string where you put the bow. Contact point. Maybe it's, well, I think everybody can understand this. Maybe it's not the perfect word for that, but it's okay. The second aspect is maybe the most important of all, because if this aspect is not there, you have no sound. So it's very easy, it is the speed. Fast, slow, accelerando, decelerando, etc. Whatever, but you need speed. Because to put the string on vibration and make sounds, you need speed. So and maybe this aspect is the most easy to understand. But the third one, often called as pressure, weight of the arm, of the bow, of the shoulder, of the body, of upper body, of whatever, what you want. I think everything has been said about it during several centuries, but never in the right way, and never completely, never in the complete description of the exact motions involved. So let's just try to speak about it a little bit. As for me, this parameter has something to see with what I think nowadays is the most frequently used word, the force of the bow, the bow force. What is the bow force? The bow force is the traction you add into the stick. So the stick is moving toward the air, and so the traction of the air on the string is what is the word? Increased. Okay, so if I just put the air on the string, okay, I have this sound can be asked by composers sometimes, but this is not a sound. This is not a real sound with real timbre. So in order to have I just will give here some words or some expressions I've heard personally from great maestro. The first one is Rostropovich, of course. Impossible to say anything about sound, timbre, and what makes sound if you don't speak about Rostropovich, because he was the first. He was a big master of that, and he was the first one in the entire string instrument history to introduce this aspect. And I heard him in real life during master classes, southwest of France. I heard him saying, what makes the sound on cello is the weight of the arm. So, of course, this generation, they all spoke about the weight. If you open Galamian, I think it is one of the most serious and most important treatises in bowing technique, on both left hand, but for us bowing technique, right hand technique, and he speaks also about weight. Okay, it's okay. For me, it's force. It's bow force. It's what among of force you build inside the body, inside the upper body, into the stick, so into the air, so at the end into the string. So what just wanted to say Rostropovich is that the timbre, the richness, the high quality of the sound is made by the weight, by the bow force you add with your upper body, with your arm, with your shoulder. I will speak more clearly about it, but what makes the special quality of the sound is this aspect, and only this. So at the end, it is the most important parameter in bowing technique, the most important, and maybe the one that is never correctly taught. So another reference. I'm a violist, and I especially like the way Kim Kashkashian played. She's still alive. Her viola, and also her personality, and the way she performs viola repertoire, and her relationship with music. I like this. I think I am in the same. I try of course to go in the same direction as this kind of performer. And I saw recently a video of her speaking about this aspect of weight and how to add force, timbre, etc. And she used the analogy with what you do with the leg when you climb. I'm a climber, so I had also to rock climber. So I also had to think about this aspect in my sport activity. And when you climb, there are two things. If you want to go upper, so to climb the mountain, the rock, you have to put one leg upper on the rock, and before going, you have to transfer the weight from the downhill, if I can say, leg to the upper heel. And what makes the transfer of the weight is that the knee is swinging forward, and this motion happens into the hips. So you go forward, so the knee is going forward and swing like that. And what happens is that all the weight is now here on the foot. And if you want to go upper, after having transferred the weight, you lighten the other leg and you go like that. You extend now. Okay, so the analogy is very, very, very good because it is exactly what we need with the right hand on the string to add some weight or more force. I prefer this word. And so we will have to think about our elbow and trying to make the same motion as the knee going forward and swinging. We have to swing the elbow in this direction, but also bend. And to do that, it happens not here, not here, not in the elbow. It happens all in the shoulder. The shoulder is kind of lever of weight, if I can say, or bow force. It is there. And what is the shoulder? Shoulder is scapular, the most important part of the shoulder. And the motion, in order to swing and to go forward and to bend the elbow, is the protraction of the right shoulder. What is protraction? It is the upper arm going forward, because the scapula is sliding on the side, on the right side, and so the upper arm follows and is going forward. So what I need is that the upper arm, in order to do what I say, swinging and everything, the upper arm is going forward with a protraction of the scapula. What we need is that this part, and especially the wrist, when the air is on the string, on the contact point, this part, the forearm on the hand, so the wrist, doesn't move. It's very stable here. So it happens only into the shoulder, protraction of the shoulder, and the upper arm is going forward, the elbow is bending and swinging a little bit in this direction, forward. And what happens when you do that is that the stick, if you had a good grip, a very balanced grip with the fingers on the thumb, the stick is going towards the air, and almost, if you have a strong protraction motion to the shoulder, almost, and you can go to see the limit, go to the, when you play, you never, normally you never go to the air, so the stick touches the air. You try to avoid it, and you need to avoid it because the sun is not good. So in order to understand this, you have to experiment it in all the part of the bow, near the tip, in the middle, center of gravity, frog, etc. And you can try to do all the way you want to have this specific motion from the stick going toward the string, the air on the string. But the most efficient one in order to do it is the protraction. There are a lot of aspects, more details about it. Of course, you don't need to use the protraction during the entire bowing. You do it at the beginning, just after the onset, in order to catch. Not very good, but I think I heard violinist Zuckerman, Pichas Zuckerman, saying that catch the string. Yeah, this is the same idea. In order to catch the string and to try to make the real sound, the real timbre, you have to put some force here with the work of the shoulder. I've heard Yo-Yo Ma also speaking very, very well about it, but not completely. He did not explain it during masterclass. He did not explain everything, but it is not vertical. It is on the side, and it is exactly what protraction allows to do on the side, on the right side, and you have to think here, to think in your about your elbow, because it is there in the elbow that everything happens. It starts here, the motion is here in the shoulder, only the shoulder, but it happens in the elbow exactly when you want to climb. The motion is here into the hips, but everything happens here, and the effect, the consequence is here. All the weight you feel where you feel all the force and all the weight is here. And in climbing, the more you put some weight and force into the feet, and the more you are stable and you are secure on the rock, even on very, very, very short grip, very small grips. It is the same idea here. Okay, there are a lot to say. Of course, you have to think when you work this. It's very demanding. I read the book of Yoji Menuhin speaking about this aspect of right hand technique, and he says he don't. I think he doesn't use the word weight, maybe, but it says pressure, and it is a motion of dilatation of the shoulder on the side, lateral dilatation. This is the same idea. This is a protraction. This is exactly the same, but dilatation maybe is interesting because in the during the time, all the time you pull or push the bow, it means that the muscles of the back acting on the scapula in this protraction motion, this muscle, they work hard at the beginning of the protraction, but after, during the entire bowings, it works in isometric way. That means that you don't use the muscle in order to do the protraction, but to I don't know the word in English, sorry, the French word is entretenir. Maybe I will put the traduction in comment. So at the beginning you work hard to do the protraction, but after you entretenir the motion in a isometric way, so you don't the muscle only work. Isometric is like when you, for example, I use my muscle of the upper arm here to do this motion, but after here no motion, no movement anymore, but I still need the muscle here in order to keep my forearm in a 90 degree. And the work of this muscle here is called isometric. Okay? So you don't move, but only you keep the part in the same place. Okay. It is very beginning of the introduction of this aspect of what I call bow force. And pressure is another thing. Pressure is related to speed of the bow. Pressure is the way you use the muscle on the articulation, so you have a better control of the entire surface and entire length of the bow. So nothing to do with weight and or bow force. Okay, I don't know if it's very clear. Maybe I have to work on it a little bit or a lot. But okay, let's see.